set to kick off.
Well, get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The AFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. They set up the screen for Henry. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
And 7 at the 50.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy.
Absolutely, this early. Batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. He's at the 30.
You will not get them.
And he's going to bring this one back for an NFC touchdown.
I have to believe that in a Pro Bowl situation, you know, we talk about these defensive backs during the season, that they're educated gamblers. They take the education out of it. They just go for the football here. Hey, try and make a big play, and if you get one, you really look terrific in this game.
And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. They wasted no time showing how aggressive they're going to be in this game. They get the quick score, and then they go for 2, CD.
Surf's up, partner. And when surf's up, you ride the wave. They felt great about that quick drive, put in the end zone. Why not go for 2? They felt comfortable with the play call that they had.
And the home crowd loves it. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in there. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one.
Travis Kelce, touchdown! Travis Kelce, 45 yards. And the AFC is within a 2-point conversion of tying this football game. Mahomes now going to lead his guys up for the 2-point try.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Well, it's definitely early enough here. They didn't need to go for 2. They didn't have to go for 2, but they did. We're all tied at 8.
Is this one of those anything you can do, I can match? Because that's exactly what we got on that one. Neither one of these teams wants to give any ground, do they?
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Now increase here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
At their own 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end, and he's got this down to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He took that in one-handed. What a grab. A good pickup there, 22.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They become a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 4, it's second and a couple. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the NFC has taken the lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even one step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
Set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The AFC offense making their way back out. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
16, AFC 8.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It was Jamal Adams up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around with lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking, and he will take this in for an AFC touchdown from 17 yards out. And the AFC is within a 2-point conversion of tying this football game. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, head coach told us, I saw this sitting in my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
14.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Very short kick taken right at the 20. Good-looking return set up here.
On the return. The NFC takes over first and 10 at their own 37.
So now we'll get our second look in this game at the NFC offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit? And that's picked up by the NFC. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills.
He's by himself. Keenan Allen. Touchdown. Keenan Allen, 44 yards. And the AFC has retaken the lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt returner. Make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
So they're able to throw it in for the two-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here, because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
Here now the NFC to take over on offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflect.
There he goes, left side. And he's able to get this rain down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play that time for the NFC. 49 yards.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Dalvin Cook with his second touchdown here in this first half. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Russell Wilson now will bring his guys up to go for 2. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The AFC takes over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And now we move our focus to Stephon Diggs. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's 2 sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion. Anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 39 that time. Well, for a play that didn't look like much at the snap, that jet sweep turned into a big play in a hurry.
And how about how they ran the play? Because they obviously caught the defense out of position and not expecting that one, and that turned into a nice chunk of yardage. But how about the execution on the handoff? Most of the times we see on the jet sweep, they punch it forward so that if it falls to the ground, it's just an incomplete pass. Here, you got to execute it well. Otherwise, it's a fumble.
A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And he's able to find Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. He will push his way down to about the 14. The All-Pro in 2 positions. Khalil Mack there to make the stop. Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
Jair Alexander. Mahomes pass. Intercepted.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
At the 38-yard line.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams.
Mahomes pass.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
At their own 10.
Final play of the half, it's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
AFC 22. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Oh, good return up past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Eluding the pressure right. And he is in. Touchdown, NFC. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top row. I like it. So they try to make it a two-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A two-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
Here's the all-pro returner from 2018, Andre Roberts, pushing through the contact. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
First and 10 at their own 60.
The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
That's good for 22 and a first down. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
Still first down.
Gets it into the hands of Allen on the jet sweep. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there, all 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Running from the gun with Henry. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Past the 20.
I'm only going to be out of
And touchdown. Henry, 67 yards. And the AFC able to cut it to within a score. That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
And now it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion, no good. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage. Good
starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. Cook struck, the ball's out, and that's picked up by the AFC. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players? Nope.
And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab. And the AFC has once again taken the lead. But what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs and you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series and also get out on the field and defend right away, not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
SEC violation.
No doubt.
Now it's Patterson.
For Darrell Patterson on the return. The NFC takes over 1st and 10 at their own.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out. He had that critical fumble on the last drive, of course, and that, at least to this point, is the difference in the game.
And when I see those types of things happen, I often take a step back now. Younger in my career, I was probably way more critical about ball security, taking care of it, and what it does to a team. And in this case, it cost his team because ultimately they gave up a touchdown. When I was doing a high school game years ago in the state of Florida, Frank Gore, the Indianapolis Colts, was starring in that game, had 3 fumbles in the first half. Ran for over 300 yards and shredded the team. Be very careful about getting on your top runner too much.
Yeah, you can put that in the rearview mirror, look forward. Let's see if he can respond. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
NFC 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Flush to his right, and he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. From the gun, Wilson buying time to his left. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs. It's NFC football, but they trail here as we begin. the fourth quarter.
Entering settings screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected. Menu narration option is set to off.
36, NFC 32.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That's another gain of 15. On back-to-back plays.
That's another NFC first down.
And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson to throw. Flushed out right. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity.
So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal.
They'll run here with the Saints' Alvin Kamara. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Being chased out left. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC.
Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf.
And the NFC has taken the lead here in the 4th.
4th and goal, and they found a way to throw it in the end zone for a touchdown.
And these defenses, they just like 3 downs, get off the field. But here they had to go 4, couldn't get it done.
A lot of the time, you're looking up and saying, okay,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Michael Fitzpatrick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. And the failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Andre Roberts now to return it.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Return. The AFC takes over 1st and 10. At their own.
The AFC about ready to take over on offense.
And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them, and they'll have to live with that for the rest of the year.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. And this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Hill the intended receiver once again. And that'll bring up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes.
Looking for him again. This time it's complete.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Working from the gun, Mahomes. The throw there going to be incomplete.
going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he's able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Mahomes throwing on fourth. It is incomplete. It looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the failure to convert no doubt really hurts, but this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big ways. So in a sense,
and now look at this. Big gain, but fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wilson. And now he's going to use his legs. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
It's Wilson on the option. And he is in. Touchdown NFC. Russell Wilson with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the NFC adds on to their lead.
The NFC will line.
Well, Charles, he's already proven that he's not afraid to tuck that football down on the option, and he's into the end zone for the 2nd time in the game.
That's exactly what you need from your quarterback. The ability to run the ball fearlessly. And in fact, many quarterbacks will tell you running the football doesn't scare them. Standing in the pocket and taking blindside hits, that's what terrifies them.
Younghoe Koo set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Patrick Mahomes in the offense, down by 10, a little over a minute and a half remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defense has always talked about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the
Derrick Henry all alone. The 20. He takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's the NFC offense set to take over again. And one thing you'd like to see in a Pro Bowl, a competitive contest. We've got that just like the last two seasons. A one-score game as we play here in the fourth.
What I'd love to know, what's the discussion on the sidelines of both teams right now? Because, you know, it's an exhibition-type game, but as you said, as competitive as it is now, these guys are going to want to win. There may be some guys who sub some guys out, trying to get back on the field and trying to help their team win down the stretch.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the AFC came up with that. They did. AFC football.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the AFC.
One final try from Mahomes. He dumps it off for Henry. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead.
Today's final score, NFC 46, AFC 42. First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Graham Gano set to kick off. This is NFL 21 on EA Sports.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And off we go from Cleveland.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line. Because now, if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Like you said earlier, that goal line look, that is a gamble defensively.
Well, you're basically just daring them to throw, and that time, they took the dare, and they won.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. Accelerating, and off he goes. And finally out of bounds all the way down at about the 2.
By the Giants. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 2-yard line.
How about this starting field position? 1st and goal from 2 yards out. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Now Donovan Peoples-Jones. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating.
Odell Beckham Jr. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, 69 yards. And the Browns move back within a couple of the lead.
The Browns.
So now the Browns, they're going to line up and go for 2. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we have that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, at pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people, and oftentimes you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle it.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
43-yard line.
Off the bootleg, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
1st down, New York.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down. Was that a design pass or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown.
Touchdown, New York.
Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Peoples-Jones returning. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return, the Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Heading out as a Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll run for the first time with Kareem Hunt. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball
tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
On the tackle.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. Working out of the gun, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man, that's Landry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They give him a gain of 37.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just help receivers find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Oh, the Pro Bowler Landry couldn't hang on, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield, forced out to his left. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And again, it's Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a 1st down.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry there to make the grab. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic. But usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation. Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
Touchdown, Giants! Sterling Shepard, 66 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. He's at the 50. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for two, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up. 2 points themselves.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Peoples-Jones returning. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham. His second catch, this one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
From the gun, Mayfield completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Complete to Kareem Hunt.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and you worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe some explanations.
No gain.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
5-yard line.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. You and I watch film yet.